When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die. There is no middle ground.
I want to teach students to question the nature of power, to ask where it comes from and how it changes us. What makes Game of Thrones so brilliant is that as it depicts these bloody conflicts between rulers and would-be rulers, it hints that maybe none of them deserves to rule. In fact, maybe ruling is the whole problem. We don't need dragons and white walkers to explain why Westeros is such a mess. It's simpler than that. The rulers of Westeros create chaos and destruction because everyone agrees there should be rulers of Westeros. The very existence of the Iron Throne encourages people to kill for it and even die for it, to capture it at all costs. But securing the throne also means manipulating other people to do the killing and dying for you. The source of all power is concentrated in a giant chair that's open for the taking. And that makes it a target for anyone with a small pile of gold and a few swords. It's a recipe for never-ending conflict and misery, especially for the common people.
The common people pray for rain, health, and a summer that never ends. They don't care what games the High Lords play.
When the rulers fight, it's their subjects who suffer most. So how do we stop the bloodshed? In history, how did some societies go from times as violent and unstable as the imaginary Westeros to a period of relative peace, stability, and prosperity?
Power resides where men believe it resides. It's a trick, a shadow on the wall.
Even in Westeros, power resides where people believe it resides. When ordinary people start questioning arbitrary authority, the thrones on which the rulers sit are weakened. In our world, if we want to challenge power, we have to change our fundamental beliefs about it. What if our government had little power to begin with? What if political power didn't command such authority or offer so many rewards? Then there would be no Game of Thrones, because the throne wouldn't be a prize worth taking. The key is to build from the bottom up, not from the top down. In history, authoritarian regimes were undermined when people removed their consent. They promoted their own ideas about the society they wanted to flourish. Westeros will never see peace until the Iron Throne becomes little more than an uncomfortable chair. As for our world, we've learned that the only way to win the Game of Thrones is not to play,